Did you know that wildfires burn an average of 6 million acres a year in the United States? Or that humans accidentally cause about 85% of those wildfires? That means you have the power to prevent the next rangeland fire. The U.S. government spends over $2 billion a year extinguishing wildfires. To add to that, the value of property destroyed has exceeded $6 billion a year. This is a big problem for America's rangeland ecosystem, where the pace of fires is dominating the rate of recovery. After rangeland fires burn, native sagebrush habitat is choked out by invasive species like cheatgrass. This virtually destroys the entire habitat of over 350 species of plants and animals. If you depend on the rangeland habitat for your job, your home, or your recreation, then your way of life may be directly affected by the devastating effects of human-caused rangeland wildfires. Consider this. A range fire that starts right next to you can blaze out of control in a few seconds, burning tens of thousands of acres in an afternoon. It can turn a great day on America's public lands into a costly one. You could be held liable for any damages caused by the fire, along with the cost of putting it out. How can you help protect rangeland habitat? In this video, you can learn more about safe target shooting, proper debris burning, how to use cutting equipment safely, how to prevent fires started by vehicles and trailers, and fireworks safety. Target shooting is a great way to enjoy America's public lands. Consider these tips when shooting. Avoid shooting on hot, dry, windy days. Shoot in areas free of dry vegetation. Always use soft targets and avoid hitting rocks or metal. Double-check your ammunition. All types of ammo can start fires, but some make wildfires more likely. Steel and copper ammo can fragment upon impact, sending large pieces of red-hot metal into surrounding grass. Exploding targets and tracer rounds are prohibited on most public lands during fire season. Fires escaping from outdoor burning activities blacken thousands of rangeland acres each year. If you're burning outdoors, consider these safety tips. Avoid burning anything on dry, hot, windy days, and be aware of any fire restrictions in your area. Pick a safe spot with nothing overhead. Prepare the perimeter before you strike by clearing down to the bare soil and wet down the surrounding vegetation. Have a fire extinguisher or hose handy, and never leave any fire unattended. Power tools such as welders and cutting saws can throw hot metal fragments and a shower of sparks that can easily start a fire. If you're working outdoors, consider these safety tips. Timing is important. Consider working in the morning when winds are often calmer and moisture levels are higher. Avoid using any power tool that could throw sparks in high wind. Be sure you have at least 10 feet of clearance from any vegetation and, if possible, wet the surrounding vegetation. Using a welding blanket will help to capture sparks and hot metal fragments. Have a fire extinguisher handy and know how to use it. We may not think of our vehicles and trailers as fire starters, but they are very capable of igniting dry rangeland grasses. Before driving through rangelands, consider these safety tips. Avoid driving over tall, dry grass on hot summer days. Never park your vehicle on dry grass. Find a cleared area and watch your car for a minute or two before heading out to make sure there are no signs of fire. Make sure your trailer is roadworthy. Do a simple maintenance check to make sure your tires are not worn, that they're properly inflated, that the bearings and axles have been greased, and safety chains are in place and not dragging on the ground. Don't overload your trailer. Be sure to check your rearview mirrors often to be sure your trailer has not blown a tire, causing it to drag and throw sparks and hot metal fragments into roadside grass. Can you guess the day of every year with the most human-caused wildfires? The 4th of July. Public lands are no place for fireworks. In fact, using fireworks can be costly in any area with dry grass. Remember, fireworks are illegal on public lands during fire season. Before you enjoy America's rangelands, take a few moments to consider fire safety. And don't be afraid to speak up and share what you've learned today. Stopping the next rangeland fire is in your hands.